In tonight's headlines, trading in the year of the dragon begins with officials confident of a rebound in the local stock market. Couples tie the knot on Valentine's Day while flower sellers moan that business is down. And in Indonesia, Defense Minister Prabowo Subianto surges into an early lead in the presidential election.
After a 4-day break, the local stock market opened for the first trading session in the Year of the Dragon. A colorful ceremony was officiated by Financial Secretary Paul Chan, along with Laura Cha, chairwoman of Hong Kong Exchanges and Clearing, and Nicholas Aguzin, chief executive of the stock market operator.
令到我哋對龍年有審慎嘅樂觀嘅預期。
The Hang Seng Index has been on a downward trend, but Chan expressed cautious optimism. He said Hong Kong's role as a superconnector would create more opportunities in coming months. Cha dismissed a claim by former Morgan Stanley Asia chairman Stephen Roach that Hong Kong is now over. The Economist had written in the British newspaper The Financial Times that the city's market performance was the worst in the world over the past 25 years. Cha admitted that the region is facing external challenges, but noted that Hong Kong has the ability to bounce back.
In the past decades, there have been, from time to time, predictions that Hong Kong has come to its end. We have every time proven them wrong. Whatever the situation, however unfavorable the conditions, external conditions are, Hong Kong had always been able to come back and reach new heights. So I would not underestimate the resilience of Hong Kong, of our market.
Cha added that enhancing competitiveness will increase the local market's attraction. Financial Services Minister Christopher Hui officiated at the first Lunar New Year trading session of the Gold and Silver Exchange. Haywood Chang, president of the Chinese Gold and Silver Exchange Society, hopes the government will set a scheme similar to Stock Connect to meet growing demand for gold products, especially in places involved in the Belt and Road Initiative. Janice Low, Cable News.
It was supposed to be the most romantic time of the year, but florists were shedding a tear or two, though people turned up to buy flowers for their loved ones on Valentine's Day. Florists said business this year was down by 30 to 40%. This florist in the Mongkok flower market reduced stocks this year by 20%, but still, there were fewer customers than expected. She said many people had gone to the mainland for the Lunar New Year holiday, which ended on the eve of Valentine's Day. The vendor added that consumers' budgets have shrunk, with most spending less than $800 on average for flowers. But love will always find a way. This man, for instance, brought his daughter along to buy flowers for his wife. He said he wanted to set an example and show the girl that women should receive flowers on Valentine's Day. This man, who has just welcomed his firstborn, wanted to surprise his wife with a bouquet. He said his budget is tighter now that he has an additional mouth to feed, but was adamant not to skimp because he wanted to express his gratitude to his wife. Many couples chose Valentine's Day to tie the knot, as the Year of the Dragon is favorable for weddings. The Tsim Sha Tsui marriage registry was extra busy this morning, with 180 couples exchanging vows, but the number was fewer than last year's 246. This couple said they chose to get married today because it felt extra special. They first met a year ago, and it was love at first sight. Some lovebirds shunned formal dress on the biggest day of their life and arrived in casual wear. But it was the feelings that really counted. Janice Yu, Cable News.
one of 12 Hong Kongers who tried to flee to Taiwan 4 years ago, has pleaded guilty to perverting the course of justice. The 34-year-old was alleged to have organized the trip, taking along those who were wanted in connection with the social unrest. But their speedboat was intercepted in mainland waters. The prosecutor told District Court Judge Ernest Lin that the vessel was not suitable for the voyage. 1/6 of its fuel was used up after 2 hours. Tang, who had earlier admitted to possessing anything with intent to destroy or damage property, will be sentenced in April. He remains remanded in custody.
A dragon-sized prize of $118 million is up for grabs in tonight's Mega Mark 6 draw. Long queues formed outside Jockey Club betting outlets across the city as people hope to strike it rich by predicting the 6 lucky numbers that will be drawn at 9:30 p.m. The longest lines were spotted in Central, where the Stanley Street branch is considered to be the luckiest. One man planned to get married immediately if he won the jackpot. Another person pledged to carry on with his current lifestyle and not let anyone know that he has become a multi-millionaire. Some said they were buying a ticket just to test their luck in the year of the dragon.
It took just 6 hours for tens of millions of people across Indonesia to vote for thousands of positions in the country. But the focus was on who would succeed President Joko Widodo. While official results may take some time, quick vote counts showed that Defense Minister Prabowo Subianto was in the driving seat. He had taken a commanding lead in unofficial tallies, with some analysts predicting that he might garner more than the 50% needed to avoid a second-round contest. His right-wing Great Indonesia Movement Party is also expected to win a large number of provincial seats. The 72-year-old is the only candidate with ties to the Suharto era. The other 2 presidential contenders, independent candidate and former governor of Jakarta, Anies Baswedan, and former governor of Central Java, Ganjar Pranowo, were trailing Prabowo in the exit polls. Indonesians voted at one of the 820,000 polling stations across the country, staffed by millions of election officials and independent workers. Vote counting also took place in Jakarta's consulate in Hong Kong. Around 75,000 Indonesians who live and work in the SAR had cast their ballots. Voter turnout in previous elections was around 75%, and the same was expected today. Apart from the president, Indonesians also voted for a new parliament, as well as regional and local lawmakers. Sachin Katwi, Cable News.
Palestinians surveying the ruins of their homes in the southern Gaza city of Rafah are living in fear of an Israeli ground offensive. There's particular concern over the fate of children. More than 12,000 children and teenagers were among the over 28,000 Palestinians killed since October as Israel retaliated for a Hamas attack. United Nations humanitarian official Martin Griffiths warned that an Israeli assault on Rafah to smash Hamas could result in what he called a slaughter. He said over 1 million Palestinians there have little food and medicines and have nowhere to go. The UN is concerned that not enough supplies are reaching Gaza.
Well, I am particularly worried with the deteriorating conditions and security for humanitarian aid delivery in Gaza. There is a breakdown in public order. At the same time, we have restrictions imposed by Israel that are not improved and limit humanitarian distribution.
The Hong Kong stock market rolled off to a great start in the Year of the Dragon. On the first trading session in the Lunar New Year, The Hang Seng Index ended 0.8% higher, despite retreating shortly after opening. Delivery platform Meituan surged 5.7%, after revealing that takeaway orders on the mainland on Lunar New Year's Eve jumped 29% from a year ago. Tech giant Alibaba contributed to the gains in the market, picking up 2.2%. Wuxi Bio slumped 9.2% on claims by some American lawmakers that its alleged links to the Chinese military threatens U.S. national security. Wuxi denied the allegations.
Love is in the air, literally. It was an auspicious official launch for British-based artist Anya Hindmark's Chubby Hearts as it took place on Valentine's Day. Visitors can gaze lovingly at the biggest installation hovering over Statue Square Gardens in Central. The heart with a diameter of 12 meters will be on display for the next 10 days. Smaller versions will pop up daily across the city, including Lam Chun, venue of the Wishing Trees, and the Mongkok Flower Market. It's the first time that the Chubby Hearts are being displayed outside London. The art installation is one of the government's 9 mega events this year.